a comment on the speech of Hizbellah leader Mr. Nasrallah, which was very disappointing to the Arab and Palestinian people who abandoned the resistance and the Palestinian cause and submitted to American and Israeli threats. Political calculations inside Lebanon and the existing pressure not to enter the war, although he says that Israel is very weak. Hezbollah and Iran failed the resistance just as the Arab regime failed it at this critical stage, regardless of any precedents. We know that Iran supported the resistance with weapons and money, and we appreciate that. But we expect greater participation by Hezbollah in this war, and it will increase the heat on the northern front against the occupying states and its settlements. As a result of Hezbollah skirmishes, it led to the deportation of 250,000 Israeli citizens near the Lebanon border, and it was supposed to put all its weight on the side of the resistance and declare war against Israel. Then he launches rockets from southern Lebanon towards the Israeli depth, but perhaps news has reached Nasrallah carrying mediation effort to cease fire. The Palestinian cause and submitted to American and Israeli threats, political calculations inside Lebanon and the existing pressure not to enter the war. Although he says that Israel is very weak. Hezbollah and Iran failed that resistance just as the Arab regime failed it at this critical stage. Regardless of any precedents, we know that Iran supported the resistance with weapons and money, and we appreciate that. But they are now in critical stage, and Gaza is being subjected to very violent bombardment. Hezbollah had to follow the example of the Sana'a group, which declared war on Israel despite their vast distance from Gaza, and without fear, and registered an Arab position. They said that the Gaza war is their war, even though Israel and the United States of America will not forgive them for what they did against Israel. So we hope to hear a different speech by Hassan Nasrallah from that weak speech we heard. Nasrallah preferred that the situation remain as it is, and the timed skirmishes continued, and some missiles were fired from the Lebanon's border into Israeli territory. He also activated the factions in the southern Lebanon, such as the Al-Qassam brigades and the Al-Quds brigades of Islamic Jihad. Nasrallah left the Hamas movement to face its fate by itself. In organizing the championship, and for the external forces to intervene directly to help the Palestinians. Hassan Nasrallah confirming that the decision to go to war was Palestinian decisions. It seems that there were very strong American threats to Hezbollah and Iran, which spread corruption in the region. And this was embodied in the movement of the Fleece and the American aircraft carrier, which was directed to launch and bomb Hizbellah if it declared war against Israel. Sayyed Nasrallah admits that he received very serious threats from the United States of America, and this led to his reluctance to enter the war. The bottom line, Hezbollah was crowdly to declare a war against Israel, while Gaza resisted on its own. All Hezbollah was able to offer was solidarity as the state of Nasrallah, and the Palestinian people proved that they are a mighty people and that they can defeat foreign forces.